So here are more incredible mods for Lethal Company, which includes your own army of pigments, a way to make your ship way cooler than it once was, and also a new enemy that stalks and kidnaps you for personal gains. Let's begin. We're starting off with the first entity mod on the list, which is called The Thing. It has in a terrifying new entity that provides a strange and exciting gameplay. This is a creature that lurks in the darkness, which observes all crew members quietly from a distance. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you may even catch a glimpse of it staring right back at you. This monster doesn't rush to kill you though, but instead follows you slowly, waiting for the right time to emerge. This creature will watch multiple players if there's more than one, as if it's studying them. And once its eyes are set on a target, it will jump to you and abduct you, pulling the player into an eerie and dark room. In this room, the player cannot escape and is forced to play a special game. The rules are not explained to them, as they will need to figure out on their own on what to do next. If they win the game, they will successfully escape and be transported back into reality. But if time runs out before the game is completed, they will be killed by the Thing with a jump scare. Now the game is pretty simple and I'll explain it right now, but if you don't want to be spoiled by it, feel free to jump to this timestamp right here. Alright, so in order to win this mysterious game, there will be a shovel spawned next to them. The player will simply need to pick it up and hunt a certain number of monsters in a short amount of time. And as mentioned, failure to do so will result in their death. Overall, this is a pretty cool mod that provides a different sensation upon entering the facility. A must try if you haven't already. This mod requires everyone in the server to install it for it to work. Now up next, this is the Premium Scraps mod, and it is one of my favorite new scrap mods available right now. It adds in 26 new scrap items to the game, which are really well thought of and are based around providing fun and interesting interactions, especially with a group of friends. Some of them can be cute, funny, and even stylish with custom effects added for an extra spark. Since there are too many to go through, here are just some of the notable ones available in this mod, such as the Friendship Ender, which is meant to be used near your friends for a bit of a quote-unquote special effects. One such effect that happened to me was that it spawned around 5 forest giants on the spot. There's also things like a talking orb, which is the rarest scrap in this mod, which aims to entertain you and also say some devious things. There's also a rare Scroll of Town portal, which teleports you to the ship when used, and it's extremely rare to find. A ton of other mysterious items like this job application right here, which is, well, kinda cursed. Plus a ton of new weapons like a large spoon, a bomb, and even noisy items which are like plushies, and many more high quality scrap items that are not just for show. The fun of this mod is to discover this yourselves and see what they do, and don't worry, they don't break the game in any way, and they are really fun. Truly can't wait for you to discover the secrets unfold when downloading this incredible scrap mod. This mod requires everyone in the server to install it for it to work. Now up next, speaking of armies and fun mods, this is the Lethal Min mod, and it adds functional pigments that actually does way more than I expected. So let me explain how they work. So there are different types of pigments that will spawn all around the moon, and most commonly ones are the red, blue, and yellow ones that will mainly spawn outside as sprouts, and the purple and white and bulb one spawns indoors instead. To get a pigment, all you need to do is to walk up to them and pluck them out from their hiding spot. The ones that appear indoors doesn't need to do any plucking, as they will stay idle. Now once done, they'll follow you around while waiting for you to give them orders, since you are now their leader. You can also buy a whistle to call and manage pigments easily if you want to. These numbers on the bottom right side shows the number of pigment in your squad, how many are out of the onion, which we'll talk about later, and how many pigments in total are on the moon, both indoors and outdoors. Now you're probably wondering what they can do. Well, these pigments that are in your squad can be picked up and thrown at either scrap items or enemies. When thrown at a scrap item, they will carry the scrap to the next checkpoint depending on where you are. For example, If you are somewhere indoors, they will bring it to the main entrance, and if you are outdoors, it will bring it to the ship instead. Now this is really special because the heavier the scrap is, the more pigments are needed to be able to carry it. Now however, when they are thrown to an enemy, they will latch onto it and start attacking, dealing damage over time until the enemy shrugs it off and kill them. They deal lesser damage than a shovel, so they are not overpowered. Pigments will start off as leaves, and over time they will grow into flowers, which makes them faster. Now aside from pigments, I mentioned about the onions as well. Well, to keep it simple, you'll need to gather these onions to gather your pigments, otherwise they will not follow you on to the next round. These onions can only hold the red, blue and yellow pigments, but you can also purchase a pigment container from the terminal to keep the purple and white pigments as well. So overall, the Lethal Mint mod is a super high quality one, but it can be quite overwhelming at first, especially if you don't know the Pikmin games and how it works. So hopefully this watered down explanation helped you understand this mod just a little bit. Plenty of other cool features that you should try out and discover for yourselves as well that I haven't mentioned yet. So if you want to download this mod, just know that it requires everyone in the server to install it for it to work. Now the next mod on the list allows you to farm, cook and customize your ship with furnitures together. I have combined both of these mods into this list as they serve the same purpose of enhancing the ship's experience for you and your teammates. We spend a lot of our time in the ship anyways, so this is a great way to make it even more fun by adding some activities and customization into it. The farming and cooking mod introduces a ton of new cooking appliances that allows you to cook many type of items in order for you to sell them off for more money. You need to combine different ingredients and cook them in the right tools to cook a specific dish. For example, you need to combine 4 types of grain together in an oven to make bread. Recipes can be found on the mod's website, which tells you what you need, and these ingredients can be found either by random, on moons, or by farming them in your ship. Now if you are hoping for more ship customization instead, then the aforementioned utility furniture pack mod is a great one. It is best used together with the previously showcased wider ship mod and 2-story mod in another video, as you're gonna need quite a lot of space to purchase many of the new things. Some examples are new bigger shelves to place your items onto, a custom sliding door that you can place around the ship anywhere you want, and even a fake fire exit for shits and giggles. Plenty of new furniture and ship decorations for you to mess around with, and it is one of the best ship customization mod out there as well. Both of these mods are made by the same developer who made the 2-story ship mod and the wider ship mod, so they are completely compatible. So if you want to use them, make sure that everyone in the server install it for it to work properly.